What's going on, guys? I'll make a couple videos today. This is the old 56 again, and I know if you look under here you'll see that something's kind of missing right there. Little alternator. And some that don't watch a lot of these videos or miss one, we took the ramp truck and this car to Lineville, and the ramp truck broke down when we got entering into the car show in Lineville last month. So the alternator had gone out on it, and luckily we grabbed this one off and put it on there and were able to get it home. Now my cheap ass has not gone and got another alternator since that happened. I haven't drove the ramp truck but about 3 or 4 times since then, so really wasn't that big a deal, and it wasn't like we were driving this car. But this car is going to go on a journey today because, once again, it is the south, but it's going to get cold tomorrow, I do believe. Pretty cold around here, so we hadn't drained any of the water out of this car from when we got it back running, and we had to put plugs in the block and everything and run taps because the previous owner had took the plugs out as far as the drain plugs in the block where it wouldn't freeze over the years. And like I said, the last time it was ran was in '98 before we got it. So it's actually going in the basement. So put a battery in it and let it sit there and kind of warm up a little bit. It shouldn't take long with no water pump. It's been in to warm up. But it's kind of what this video is about. Is a lot of car guys out there got a lot of project cars. As you can see, we're same here. But you gotta remember to put the antifreeze in there because here's a prime example of it over here. This truck I bought last year. No, yeah, it was this year, early part of this year. And the reason I got it was because the motor that was in it froze and busted, and I'd never seen a engine bust the way this thing had busted. I mean, right under the block, well, the heads, when I took the heads off, it was clearly just split all the way to the lifter valley. When the truck would run, the freeze plugs had gotten pushed out of it as well. The motor oil would run out of the water jackets in the block because the cylinder walls were so busted and just had cracks. It was on the downstroke of the piston, it was just pushing oil out through that block, through the cylinder walls, and filling up the water jackets. Thermostat housing, it had completely just busted off. Everything was just, anything that had water in it, and it froze, I think, in January of this year. And it was just one of those things. The truck is wrecked. It needs a fender and bumper and everything put back on it, and that cowling piece. But the hood was fine, I do believe. But the little truck runs perfect now. New motor in it. Once again, when I put it together, I did not pop for the $13 of antifreeze. So it's getting it today. And so actually my best friend, we did some trading. He got the truck now. But that's what my plans are today, is check all this stuff. And this truck over here, Chevrolet. Not worried about the gray Chevrolet because that bad boy, motor's locked up in it anyhow. The Ranger does have antifreeze in it. Yeah, I think I got it last year and I drove it, parked it there. That one there. Do not know about this guy. So I will make a video here in a little bit on this truck, and we'll make sure it's got some antifreeze as well. And I've got that boat that is over there in the woods. Not really cared about that boat because it doesn't have a motor in it anymore. So it's actually the motor that's in one of my trucks came out of that boat. But that one over there is actually a 454, and I really don't want to have that thing freeze and bust. Those campers, they're both 454s, but they've been here over a year or so, so they should have antifreeze. The rest of it, those I know got antifreeze. The Buick, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have shit in it. I know the Corvettes do, and that truck I've never even heard it run, so it's not really like it's gonna hurt anything. But the Cummins, they both have antifreeze in them. But that's kind of what these videos are going to be about, is make sure you put some antifreeze in there, because it's a hell of a note if you got a project car and you just forget about it, and you're like, oh man, you know, it ain't going to get cold enough. And it does. I know even down here in the south, I've had a couple motors bust on me, in boats especially. In cars, I haven't. I've had freeze plugs usually pop out around here, but for the most part, I've never seen one like this right here. I mean, I've just never seen a motor split like this bad boy had, and it had popped every freeze plug out. I mean, it was not a freeze plug left in it, but I bought it with the idea that I could probably put freeze plugs in it, you know, take it out, put the freeze plugs in it, drop the motor back in there. But that was not the case when I got it cranked up, and it was just straight oil just pouring out of it. So, but yeah, it is supposed to get cold tonight and stay cold all day tomorrow, and I think through the weekend here. So we're gonna have a couple of days where it's gonna be below freezing. So, and that diesel over there, it's got antifreeze in it. But like I said, I'll make another video here in a little bit on the old Chevy truck down there, because I've never drove that thing. I got it from a good friend of mine, and he parked it right there where it's at, and I have never, I think since I got it, I have not opened the hood on it since then, so I need to check on that. But I know for a fact, this bad boy, I only got water in it. Well, it's dry, so hopefully it didn't get cold enough the last couple of days. Didn't pop anything out, but I know it did have water in it. But like I said, it is going to go in the basement. But yeah, y'all stay tuned. I'll make another video here in a little bit on that other truck. But hope y'all like and subscribe. Main thing about this video is get some antifreeze, guys. It's well worth the $13 to $20 for a gallon, depending on where you live. But yeah, I'll make another one here in a little bit. But Y'all stay safe and have a good one. See ya.